Welcome to a cruise ship heist. Chapter 58. Sticky. The promenade deck is my fastest route back to Aulier's cabin. From the backstage crew door, I run down the crew stairs, straight into the captain, who is coming up. We meet face to face. "Sir," I offer automatically. "Bit of a hurry to go off limits, Phillips," he says, not to scold, but it's a corrective measure I respect. "My daughter's been under the weather. Concerned Dad. I want to boost her up so she makes the show tonight. Let's hope she manages when you're not here. Would you care to join me and a few others for dinner when we start the crossing? Do you have a +1? He asks. "There's still time." "I hope Aulier feels better, and you can relax upstairs and enjoy your cruise." He smiles. "I'll be straight back up, sir." We part, me going down and him climbing, but as the stairs turn, we glimpse each other again, a floor apart. "Good show, by the way," he says, striding out of sight. "I didn't see you in the audience, sir." Our voices bounce off the steel walls. "It was on television this afternoon. A man with your talents could be extremely useful." I stop and look up, but he's gone. That was a strange thing to say. A man with your talents could be extremely useful. Is he in on the heist? I didn't stay in Aulier's cabin, but left the tape. I'm still haunted by the captain's pointed remarks. It's time to talk with Ronnie. The sign, "You are entering a guest area," is my way out of the crew-only rabbit warren. The house phone on the wall next to the lift reminds me that I need to update Jill. At least she's someone I can talk to who is not involved and doesn't need money. I call her. "Hi, Jill." "How is she?" "My daughter will be fine by showtime. Young love, that's her sickness," I offer, deciding to pick my words and leap into a shark-filled water. "That's why I like your group of solo cruisers. Close friends, no ties. It's a wonderful free spirit you have." There is a slight pause to this dangerous game of romantic chess. I can't sleep with her tonight, or any night. "Nothing's ever free," she responds, sounding a little downbeat. "You're right. I wonder if I'm expected to buy my boss dinner tonight, or we go Dutch," I add, to make the water even muddier. "You'll have to tell me how that works out," she demands, and I know she's pushing for the expected late-night debriefing mentioned earlier. "Why don't we meet for breakfast? I'll fill you in on all my possible long-term employment prospects after my first critique. Do you have plans for St. Vincent?" That harsh cancellation was thinly wrapped. "It's our last beach stop. I'm going to lay in the sun and drink cocktails with friends," she says firmly. "I thought you might join me." That sucked the air out of the space. I think fast and am brief and definite but upbeat. "I'll look out for a group drinking cocktails." "Let's see if you can make it," she ends. I put the phone down. Did it stall her advances, or was it a car crash? She can't be someone I have to worry about. If Mrs. El Rey is on board, she is the woman I need to worry about, along with the money I hope is still under my bed. Chapter 59. Played. The ceremonial uniform goes on in autopilot. It requires no decision except whether to wear ribbons or medals. On the ship, medals and epaulets would be too much, and it is impressive enough with the ribbon. However, when wearing it, I'm a little more upright, and my stride lengthens. The money is still under my bed, and my door is locked, but my mind is joining the dots as I walk. Why did Ronnie hang back and watch the woman at customs? Was she a wingman for the Latina? What was she doing? Because the magic is always done before you expect it. Is Ronnie involved? An innocent woman was held and searched with Ronnie. She had no money. The police were looking for money. The Latina woman was then arrested, and they found the money hidden in plain sight. The first search was to make the second search a memorable event. We know the Latina is arrested, but we don't see her dressed as a policewoman and put on the ship. Ronnie deliberately ignores what happened and keeps a payoff Georgie found. But they know we were going to carry the money onto the ship, so the Latina has lost nothing. None of what has happened has been an accident. We were played. I finished my story by the time I reached the wine bar. I know my wine now, and Hunter Wultowski should be buying this glass too. The bar is like a very elegant foreign officer's mess. They're never this big in England, but abroad they can be quite special. There's a steady flow of guests going past into the theatre, which means the evening's entertainment will be starting soon. There's no need to look at a watch. The end of that stream means we have hit 7:30. Georgie appears looking wonderful, and I am dumbfounded. "Wow, impressive," she says to me. "No, it is you who's stealing the night. You look amazing. I mean it." Her aquamarine dress hugs her body and twists all the way down to her shoes. How does it hold that shape? How does she walk in it? I prefer my mind being full of these questions. Her hair is up off her face. She is wearing full makeup with lashes. We are both in uniform and on show, but she is on stage. Jill and her friends rush past with a yelp. It distracts us, as I'm sure it was meant to. Jill's not sporting a smile. She doesn't wave and doesn't stop on her way to the show that has begun. Is she watching you? I hope she is watching the show. Shall we sit? Georgie asks, moving to a table. Can you? I'll manage, she flirts. A waiter brings over my glass, then looks at Georgie. The Merlot, please. She offers her card. Not tonight. This is my privilege. I indicate 2 glasses, and the waiter takes my card. She crosses her legs, and the twist of the dress makes her look like a mermaid. This dress won't just magically drop off like the other did. She raises her phone, taking my picture. The waiter arrives back with our wine and offers to take a joint photo. Georgie moves round to me. He carefully frames, then fires many shots. Her head tilts. You look puzzled. I don't want to spoil a date, but we are both in this. I was looking forward to New Orleans, really looking forward to it, but my trip was changed to this week, even though I know nothing about the Panama Canal. You were great. All positive feedback. Who has access to advanced crew and passenger lists and the bookings of guest entertainers? I ask. Georgie shakes her head and shrugs. I'm not following. I'm fit to do the canal talk, but I'm perfect to help with the heist of a lot of money. No, you didn't play a part in that. In fact, I did all the work there, though not intentionally. I'm not even sure why I had to split it 3 ways. She grins to diffuse any inferred malice, but she makes a firm point that she wants at least what she has. I've been on the ships all my adult life. First, the theatre cast. Now, I'm trapped in management. With that money, I could retire. She could be 40. I can't be more than 10 years older than her. However, she will feel betrayed that she's not in on the big money, and that could be the end of whatever this is. Did you ever really see the woman whose bag you ended up with? Not really. I was looking at her shoes. So you wouldn't recognize her again if you saw her? She shakes her head. Her shoes, yes. Her, no. But I'm not likely to see her. She was arrested. By the police, I add. And possibly dead now. The police boarded the ship about the same time as we arrived from the airport. What if the woman was in a police uniform? 3 police boarded, only 2 left. That leaves her on board this ship. Were you dropped from military intelligence? She teases. I was in it for a long time. We were used at the airport. The money was deliberately left to distract us. Georgie looks worried. Her mood has changed to one of concern. Order any 3 dishes. It's all amazing, she says, handing me the tapas menu. Georgie calls our waiter and indicates her choice. I select 3 and he leaves to key in the order. That will arrive magically as I get back from the theatre. Exactly. Entertainment, well organised, nothing left to chance. Who changed me to this week? She stands and hovers, thinking. If that woman is on the ship, she'll want her money back, Georgie muses. Maybe not, I offer, knowing there is a larger pot. Oh, she will, Georgie says annoyed, but she's not getting it. I'll be back. She marches off, and it hits me the smaller sum was to get us involved and have us implicate ourselves so we cannot report any further problems. We have been played and may never get to share any of either heist. Chapter 60. Concerns. The crowd swell out of the theatre and fill our bar. Georgie wafts back in with her show smile on and the food arrives, all like clockwork. She sits, now armed with an answer she has been pondering while gone. Hunter gets a list of everyone due on board. He pointed you out to me, said you'd be perfect for the canal. I'm not surprised. The woman whose bag you took is the wife of a huge drug baron and is on this ship, working in his department. Georgie is angry. These prawns are to die for. Not that I want to die, but she is getting reported and I'm keeping the money. She bites into the giant fried prawn, leaving me wishing I'd ordered one, until she reaches over and feeds me the other half. Then she leans back and studies me as if I'm a puzzle. Why would he want you on board? You're too smart. You can see what he's up to. I can't. We continue to eat, both angry and thoughtful. How can you fly home with $1 million in cash? You can't. None of us can. Hunter will suggest you leave your share on the ship in his care until the ship is back in Southampton. We need him, so it's now divided by 4, 5 with her. I don't want cash back in the UK. Cash in the UK is useless. What do you want to do with yours if we get it? A small house on one of the Caribbean islands? Retire in the sun. There's a determination about her suggestion. She does not want to lose the money. Which one? I ask. Bequay. Don't know it. It's on our route. It's an island off St. Vincent, and we'll be there tomorrow. Let me show you it. I might carry some off and dig it into the sand like pirates did. Why not buy a house there? $1 million is not enough. My previous assessment was right. She has had enough of this life. I wonder how many years she has been at sea. Could she really change her life now? What if we put our money together? You wanted to help children, she fires back at me. But I have placed a thought in her head and mine. Do you think Ronnie is in on whatever plan Hunter has? I ask her. Georgie thinks for a second, then stands. Let's ask her. She strides to the bar, reaches for the staff phone and dials. Hunter could be watching us now, I offer as she returns. She picks up her glass. The corner is not on the security cameras. The tone of the evening has moved as far away from romance as it possibly could.